9 YouTube shorts. I made 9 YouTube shorts going over story missions for HSR. So now today you guys get the full review on what I think about these stories and whether I had a change in opinion or not. And obviously spoiler warning for every HSR story told to this date. So yeah, without further ado, let's talk about Herta Space Station first. As we all know, Herta Space Station is the first place we go to in the HSR story. It consists of 2 arcs. The first one is the arc where we're introduced to the main cast, and the second one is where we meet Rome, Dr. Ratio, and we also get a glimpse into the Genius Society. Both of these story missions were okay. They gave some good insight on lore for the game, but it still wasn't exactly my favorite out of all of them. It was also like, earlier HSR story too, so the quality of the game and the storytelling mechanics are a bit lacking. So if you saw those videos, that's why I rated them the way I did. Anyways, let's move on to Belobog. Belobog is what got me into the HSR story. When I first started playing HSR, it was because I desperately wanted to play Zila. Because, I love sides, and her entire kit looked really cool. And after I finished Belobog, I seriously wanted to see what more there was to the game. And luckily, there was plenty more. Part 2 of Belobog, we are introduced finally to the IPC, and guess what? At this point, I was still using Zila as my main damage dealer. Like I said, I really like this character. But anyways, that's why I rated Belobog the way I did. And although it was good, I know that HSR did better. The Xianzhou. You see, the first Xianzhou story provides good insight and lore on the Aeons and some other factions in the galaxy, like every story does in this game, and they did their job of doing that, but I just didn't really like the story all that much. It was boring, and I have no fun or notable memories about it at all. However, I feel that it did get better with more additions to the story. The second Xianzhou story was a ghost hunting story. Was it the best thing ever made? Absolutely not, but it was sweet, sorta funny, and it did its part. But now let's get into when the Xianzhou story really picks up. You see, during this update, we were already introduced to better animation, better storytelling methods, and unique enemies. And during the third Xianzhou story, things really pick the hell up. Everything about the recent Xianzhou story is amazing. It starts off slow, and they get you hooked at the end of the first part. So yeah, that's why I rated the Xianzhou story the way I did. It got so much better as time progressed. Now, how about we talk about what I consider to be the best story ever told in Gacha Gaming. But before I do, please be sure to smash the like button and subscribe for more Gacha Gaming content. Anyways, let's continue. Penacony did everything right. In Penacony, we were introduced to many storytelling aspects, many storytelling styles, and more just as the Penacony story progressed. But it's not just that. The things I loved about Penacony were the atmosphere, the vibes, the map, the characters, the writing. Everything about Penacony was just a great experience. Well, if we're going to talk about writing, I didn't really like Firefly's addition to the story that much. But, anyways, the final chapter where we fight Sunday, pure cinema. The boss fight, the music, literally nothing went wrong there. But Penacony does have one flaw. The 2.6 story quest. You see, the 2.6 story quest did get better. It did, but in the beginning, I really wanted this shit to end. It was not fun to sit through, and I just wanted to get my Jades. Now, like I said, it improved, but when you have to listen to this for over 10 minutes... Yeah, it gets super fucking old really quickly. But we're not done yet. Recently, I did the HSR 2.7 story, which would count as Penacony Part 3, and I just gotta say that I really enjoyed this story. We could get some lore about Sunday, and some lore about the freshly revived Ting Yun. The way we are given some knowledge about these two characters is done very well in my opinion. For starters, the story was so much shorter than the previous edition to Penacony, and it was so bad out of pacing was in a 2.6 story, but 2.7 combats this issue with a shorter story, with some good info and lore on these two characters to come with it. Also, I did not think that the big twist that determined Sunday's fate would be Sunday joining the Astral Express. That really surprised me. I personally chose him to join at least, but like, I just want to see what happens. Let me know in the comments down below what you chose for Sunday to do in the 2.7 story. But yeah, that's about what I think for the Penacony story. If you're gonna like ask what I think about like Farewell Penacony, like the mission where Sparkle tries to quote unquote blow up the ship, I like that a lot. I think it gave decent closure to the little first part of Penacony, but like that's my opinion. That's why I'm making this video, is to express my opinion. If you think otherwise, again, tell me down below what you think. But with all that aside, how about I wrap up by saying what I think about HSR's story in general, like as an overall summary. Listen, I find HSR's story to be a journey of improving storytelling for the game over time, which is funny because the previous Honkai game does also do that as well. At first we had something simple like Bellabog, but now we switch point of views, we use less lazy animations, and so on. And ever since I started this game, they have been improving the story little by little in order to give us a good tale to tune into. And that's something I appreciate. But yeah, that's about it for today's video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like the video and subscribe for more Gacha Gaming content. We're trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year, so subscribe to make that possible. Comment down below what you want to see next and check out my community tab and Discord for updates on upcoming videos. Be sure to also check out my Twitter. I'm shitpost, reply my favorite creators, and some dumbnesses, so check that out as well. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.